What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, another video. I'm glad that you're here. And today I wanted to do an experiment, but I want to take you along with me. So we're going to do another open cup. Yes. I'm using kind of a royal blue, canary yellow, an eggshell yellow, like an egg yolk yellow, orange, magenta, and a violet. Now I want to create a gradient between the hots and the colds and the hots and the colds, radiating, gosh, can't even talk today, towards the outer edge of the canvas. Now, that sounds pretty simple, because it is. The experiment comes in, I want to put a little bit of silicone around the outside edge and the inside edge and see if that aids in any kind of cell creation. So I'm going to put a little bit on my finger and rub the inside and the outside and see if that helps. It may not, but this is all for science. So we're going to be using a black base coat. There are no additives in this black base coat at all. And then in each of the colors is that Australian Floetrol, maybe a drop or two. And we'll see what we can do with this. All right, so being that it's a black base coat, I'm gonna start with the darker color. Now I'm looking for big bands, so I'm gonna fill this cup all the way up and then release it. Because I want larger bands of color. All right, there we go. Release that, then I'm gonna go to this magenta color. Actually, I lied. We'll do the violet first, then magenta, because then it looks like the colors are starting to warm up. So how's everybody doing this glorious day? I hope everybody's doing amazing. I'm doing amazing, and I'm grateful that you guys are here. Each and every one of you are trying to make my dreams come true right now, and you don't even know it. But I can't even tell you how grateful I am that you all show up, and you come out, and you watch, and you support. It means the world to me, you guys. All right. So right now with that black base coat, it's kind of hard to start seeing what's going on. But it's creating a cool little like floral pattern. So first we'll start with this orange. As we get into the warmer colors. Now we're going for big bands of color too. So release that orange out into the wild. Be free. Be free, orange. Now the yellow. And this is that darker shade of yellow. Ooh, that's pretty. It's really cool to watch those cells just like explode. Wow, look at that, huh? I want to put a little heat on this. I want to see if that does anything at all. So just a little bit of heat. Trying to try to coax a reaction out of here. I got a little bit going on. I'm getting that really cool gradient between the colder colors and the lighter colors though. And that is what I was going for sure. You can see some of the cells are starting to work their way. So now, rotate our way back through the colors. Ooh, look what's happening there. That's really cool. I'm really liking that. Alright, so. Alright, and then we did the violet, magenta. Right? Yeah. Violet. And I'm worried that these colors are going to start rolling under, so to stop that from happening. And it's more to stop any silicone from touching the canvas. Because if it rolls under a little bit, that's not that big of a deal. I won't be too upset about that. But it's more, I just don't want it contacting the canvas and ruining anything. Because if you guys didn't know, if silicone contacts the canvas, it absorbs into that cloth portion, gessoed or not, and it repels any paint. So you'll end up with really bald spots in your paint. Or bold spots in your painting, I should say. Alright, so it was orange next. Yeah, this is looking crazy. Having these larger bands of color seems to be also having the added benefit of stopping the colors from getting too muddy together. Because some of these colors in here have the tendency that they could be really muddy if they overmix. So alright, let me release this bright yellow into the world. And then put one more layer of that dark. Ooh, that is glorious looking. That's just beautiful. Goodness. And I want this to push out that yellow that we just put out there. Alright, now we're going to take a little bit more heat to it and see what we get. And see what we can make happen with this paint. I'm starting to already see that yellow pushing its way through. It's just beautiful. Man, that's gorgeous. Let me show you that side. Look at that thing. Alright, so I kind of really like that yellow. So I think I'm just going to do some really small layers, because we definitely have enough paint on the canvas right now that we definitely got coverage on. But I do want to end on a light color. Kind of did it a little bit in reverse. So smaller layers, right after I told you, small layers can create mud. It's okay, guys. I'm just trying new things. This is for science anyway. But that's half of the fun of pouring, is experimenting with the colors, seeing what you can do with them and what you can't. I enjoy that. It's almost like a puzzle, if that makes sense. All right, let's release that. cup of water in here? I do not. All right. So when I released it that last time, I kind of twisted the cookie cutter to try to create like a spiral pattern. We're going to apply a little heat before we spin it, because I kind of like to coax the cells out in advance. That way when we stretch, they have a chance to get even larger. Let me get all my paints out of the way. Excuse me. Oh, I almost dropped that one. Don't drop it on the carpet, John. All right. This thing looks pretty wild right now. So let's see what we can get. Okay. That is really wild, actually. Kind of looks like an alligator's eye or something like that. And we got some really wicked looking stuff going on with that blue in the center. And I know that there's yellow in there because I put it in there. You know what I mean? I wonder if we can try to talk it into showing itself. I think we can. Oh, there it comes. Tiny little cells popping up out of the surface there. Yeah, this is creating some really interesting, almost depth to it. It almost looks three-dimensional. Because of that gradient, the way the gradient formed, it's making almost like a three-dimensional look to it. This is really wicked looking. So I'm gonna bring you guys down. I want you to see kind of what I'm seeing right now with the depth. It almost looks 3D. So yeah, you can see the way the gradients formed with that dark yellow and the light yellow. It has like a 3D look to it. Makes it really interesting. There's a lot of little subtle things going on in here. And then that center, I swear, to me it looks like an eye. An eye of some kind. What do y'all see?
If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.